Courtney Walsh High class fast bowling unplayable bowling against India 1989 Test Series.
Oh, that really hurt Chetan Sharma. Down goes the bat, and down goes poor Chetan. There'll be no prizes for guessing where that hit him. Politely called the mid-drift.
And it's always amusing to everyone else. I suppose, as you say, Tony, hit him somewhere between the elbow and the knee, but oh boy, those are really painful. And the fielders and the other batsmen usually find it highly amusing, but the poor recipient needs mouth-to-mouth resuscitation there, I think.
Well, I'm not sure if that's secure.
Yeah, it's a very long count he's taking.
Oh, that's well bowled by Courtney Walsh. Gets the lift outside off stump.
Yeah, short of a length ball and moving away after pitching. It's a very fine leg cutter and lifting to leave.
Courtney Walsh again. Oh no, not again. Oh, dear. My man's had enough.
I think the towel will be coming in any moment. He's back on his feet here. He's taken a compulsory 8 count. Now that was a useful ball. Look at that. That came back like a quick off break. Chetan, you could almost hear him shout.
Courtney Walsh polishing this ball. To Mandraker. Oh, strikes him on the pad. No, they say, must have done too much off the seam. Mandraker has been LBW more than once in the series. Gets very turned round, square on style, backward defensive play.
Good decision this by the umpire. There has been some doubt about some of the decisions made, but that was certainly.
Short ball from Walsh and Manjrekar ducking down and going on a nice side straight to Jeffrey Dujon.
It's a good spell by Walsh. Oh, that's a lovely ball. It nicks something, but Venkatraman is in no doubt himself. Here's a young man who actually walked in the first innings.
He probably just brushed his front pad with his bat. Or maybe the ball did.
They're completing a victory here. Oh, it must be close. Why does Capel show the bat? It's given not out.
Oh, I don't think he hit that at all. He was a long way from it. Probably the replay will show that. But the umpire gave that not out because it was missing the leg stump.
Ouch. Well, you see that one ball gets up and the next one, I'm afraid, is kept a bit low.
I think he might take a Gene Tunney count here. He could be down on the canvas for more than 10 seconds after that. It's always very funny if it doesn't happen to you. Oh, you can feel that from...
Might very well have left that delivery alone. That left him outside the off stump.
Oh, another one. Well bowled by Courtney Walsh. Very little footwork by Shastri, but the ball again keeping low, cutting back in off the seam.
Shastri is very keen to show the umpire that he edged it, just to make quite sure that he wasn't given out LBW. Shastri is very keen to show the umpire that he edged it, just to make quite sure he wasn't given out.
Oh dear. Really was a savage ball to face from Courtney Walsh.
He's a pretty jovial bloke, is Ayub, but I should think that's testing his sense of humour. He's been hit about 6 times to my memory in this series, and that's the 7th.
Sidhu, he's really moving behind the ball after it's gone through, talking to himself. Lionel Mitchell sees the humour.
That's absolutely right, Tony. He's nowhere near in line with that ball. Look how far away his head is over the pitch. He moves afterwards.
So West Indies beginning to struggle a bit. Oh, still painful process, but they have demonstrated courage and guts. And Kieran Morey, especially that little wicketkeeper, who's taken a barrage of short bowling and bravely, in this case, lets the ball just hit him. Walsh again. Ayub surviving outside off stump.
And he didn't get anywhere near this. This is a perfectly straight ball. And he is a tail-end batsman after all, Ayub.
Oh dear, dear, how's that? They say it's a little nick and Kieran Morey's gone. It's almost a combination of everything.
Well, I don't know how you play that. Courtney Walsh is 6'6". He bangs that in short of the length. Morey expects it to bounce, but certainly not as high as that. He got in a good position, and all he could do was really edge it to the wicketkeeper. You can't blame the batsman for getting out to a ball like that. Nearly unplayable.
West Indies then well on their way to victory. Here he comes. Down leg side.
Strange ball to bowl first ball to a new batsman wide down the leg side. You want to get him to play, really. But because Ayub's no mean performer. Back home in India, he bats number 5 for his state. He's coming in here.
See it. Great atmosphere. Walsh, and that was his leg stump's gone. Well, that ball crashed into Kieran Morey's elbow, I think, or maybe the glove, and suddenly the leg stump disappeared.
It caught everybody by surprise, that. Even the West Indian fielders didn't react for a moment or two. He's trying to leave that, and he just deflected it off that arm guard onto the leg stump. That's the end of a brave performer. Morey bowled by Walsh for 8.
Well. 7 wickets go down now.
Walsh. Good delivery, well taken too by Jeffrey Dujaw.
This one, not very short, coming into Vinsaka, going between his bat and pad, and missing the stump.
Oh, well, he looked composed. He looked to have the ball under control, but it might have run anywhere.
The short ball from Courtney, and Ravi plays very close to his body, and he just went between his 2 legs. Actually, he didn't know where the ball was going exactly.
Courtney Walsh. And again, the arms go up, and, well, little Cheaton is rather annoyed with himself there. Think, boy, he says. Get behind the ball.
He was never in line at all. You're right, Tony. Look where his right foot is.
Walsh. Azharuddin, do I have to tell you, he's been bowled, the ball striking the bottom edge of the bat, and again Azharuddin trying to play the attacking strokes. Just checking to see if the bat's intact.
He was always looking to force it, Azharuddin, and he's aiming to hit this through the covers on the offside, but it was beating for pace, really. The bat was still coming down when it hit the edge. Now that's comprehensively bowled. Fast bowling attack.
And Courtney Walsh really looks fired up this morning. Sidhu Nix. It's caught him. Second attempt. Well, Richards, what a fine catch. Very low down the first one. He must have flipped it up. And Sidhu, alas for India, goes for his overnight not-out score. It was 116. Court Richards, bowled Walsh, and Sidhu's gone.
Pretty tentative shot this from Sidhu. He's obviously had an overnight sleep, perhaps not much sleep to think about what he's got to do today. Long way from his body, that's what undid him. And a good catch, Richards had just carried low to his right. He managed to knock it up and pounce with his left.
Great reflexes there by Richards, but quite a blow that to India. 250.
And he's lucky that that didn't just lob to one.
India put into bat. Pitch helpful to these fast bowlers. There was an appeal. Not out, says the umpire.
Good decision that again. That's the sort of one which often deceives an umpire. Could easily have hit the edge of the bat, but he was absolutely sure that it hadn't. And despite...
Courtney Walsh. And that beats Shastri all ends up. Shastri can't believe the wickets are still standing. The agony of it all. The ball pitches on the seam, comes back off the pitch, right through Shastri's guard, and it was almost...
Bravely played, but that was painful. It came back sharply from outside off stump, it seemed. Jimmy Armour alongside me. Tony, it was a quick delivery from Ambrose, from Courtney Walsh. It was short, but came into the right-hander. He wanted to leave it. I think he was in no position.
Courtney Walsh. Oh, well played, Shastri. Yeah, just that uneven bounce I was talking about. Kept a bit low, and Shastri, of course, so tall.
Very difficult ball for a tall man to play this. Only bounced about a foot off the ground. He was looking for something that was bouncing up about waist high.
But fight from the tailenders. That beats Chetan outside the off stump. Marvellous the way the tailenders suddenly take batting seriously.
Played well inside this, didn't do much off the pitch. The bat is straight enough, but down the wrong line.
Courtney Walsh, the bowler. It's wide, and he's got a touch. So Wulkari Venkatraman, the 22-year-old from Madras, has gone after a long fight out there. He's played some fluent strokes, but tempted by Courtney Walsh to flash away at something just that little bit too wide.
Not a shot he'll remember with any pleasure, and certainly not one of distinction. Could easily have left that. It was well up
for them. Big part of the day. Oh, that kept low, right under the bat.
When somebody 6'6" lets the ball go at you, you expect it to bounce an appropriate height. That was just about bail high.
It was on the way. Oh, it could go anywhere. It could be caught by Richards, it is. And that was a poor shot, really, by Azharuddin, committed to the hook shot. And the ball followed him and ended up under his chin, flailed away, and it was Richards who called for the catch.
You're absolutely right, Tony. I mean, he got into a reasonable position at the start, but the movement of the ball, look at it follow him, just left him in no man's land. He'd been better off leaving that. He would have just passed underneath his chin. He could have got away with that. He was a bit unlucky, Azharuddin, because that sort of shot often flies over the wicketkeeper for four. And Dujon, with his hands in the air, I'd have thought he'd been better off putting them down to allow Richards a clear side of the ball.
So, Azharuddin, Courtney Walsh. Oh, so close, it was wide of Greenwich, third slip. In the gap, I think, there. Certainly one of the spots of luck that Azharuddin generally needs against the West Indies attack.
He's obviously going to give it a go wherever it pitches. If it's short, he's going to flash hard, and that's exactly what he's done. He's got away with it. And we need an hour or two.
Well, that's been City's flaw, I think, right throughout this series. Doesn't get in line with the ball. That's the idea, to get absolutely in line, but the edge doesn't carry. Mark of Marshall at second slip.
City likes batting on this pitch. He got 280 odd here against Jamaica in the Ireland match just before this test. But the way that